I can't keep up with studs.
Well, that's because they're not into guys. That's why you can never find them.
Welcome to the DWG podcast. Down with the Get Down with your host, Romel.
Damn. I couldn't breathe.
My stomach started itching.
Oh, my eyes are tearing up.
Heavenly, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Welcome back. We appreciate you. I'm hot.
What is wrong with y'all? Are you okay?
I can't stop crying. Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I have to
Okay.
take these off. My ears are overheating.
You're going through a lot right now. What happened?
Oh, so much. So much has been happening.
You are sweating.
I'm crying.
Your nose is glistening. Like,
I'm hot.
Oh, my God.
take the jacket off.
Oh, I can't. That's stripping. We didn't come here for all that.
We don't have an OnlyFans for that yet.
We gotta wait till you off the podcast for that one.
Oh,
They gotta go to
I
the
can't disrespect
Patreon.
you while you're here.
They gotta
I
go
can
to
only
the
do it while you're
Patreon
gone.
for that one. They go to Patreon.
anyways.
Fuck. Get it together. God damn it. We gotta be professionals.
Professionals.
Shit.
That's great. I can't get my headphones on
Why don't you take them off?
because they were making my ears hot.
Oh, I need something to drink.
You a little thirsty.
Oh my gosh.
How you living? How you living over there?
Great.
Anything exciting going on in your life?
Trying to get the man to propose to me, but that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything else is great.
Wait.
Cats are great.
You gotta keep them waiting, boys. You gotta keep rolling.
School's almost done.
School's almost done.
It's great.
Okay.
So a lot of y'all are stressing right now.
That's all I can say.
Alright. So we got some things to talk about today. I'm sorry, y'all. It was a lot going on in that moment, and I had to catch my breather. I gotta be my the Drake thing when they say when you laughing with your friends and you pause out for a second. I needed that.
What the fuck are you
They
talking
said Drake like the type of nigga that'll sit there in the middle, you laughing with your friends, having a good time with your friends, and he'll look at them in their face and be like, I needed this.
This is exactly what you look like.
I think I do that.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I just pause at some moment throughout the night while we're having a good time and look at you and be like,
Well, if you do that shit, I'm turning off the lights. I'm going to bed.
Just imagine somebody saying that like in the middle of sex. I needed this.
And that's
in the middle of
That's
you just destroying, just straight back shots. Next thing you know, you just be like, I needed this.
Everything stops and it's just like
See a tear come down, one singular tear.
I needed this.
I needed this. Just smiling. You gotta hit him with the head to the side like this, baby. Look, I needed this. Oh,
What are we talking about today?
speaking of needing things, there's a particular woman out in the social media world who needs a lot of things right now, and help is one of them. And I don't think she's really helping herself right now. So jump right into it with the y'all heard about the FAMU chick, right? The FAMU girl that they took the graduation photos naked with the snake and everything around her.
just didn't make no sense.
All right, so speaking of not making sense,
She did it for black empowerment.
she did it for black
And for
There's no
women.
empowerment.
and for women.
Well,
you didn't feel empowered?
Those are her words.
Not at all.
It was to empower women and black empowerment.
Did the left cheek and the right cheek not agree with what you stand by?
Not at all.
Okay.
Was the Medusa hair not what you liked? Dang.
The snakes wasn't insinuating freedom. All right. So now that we have that, established, the fact, so this thing it happened around what, July? It was
I think so,
yeah,
yeah.
like around July. If y'all don't know the story, basically this graduate student, she took her grad photos as most of us do after you're done. Take your photos at specific like landmarks on campus and stuff. And you usually have your cap and gown on. You usually have on whatever nice clothes or whatever drip you're going to put on for your photos so you can send off to the family and everything on social media. No, but this particular young lady decided to be fully nude. Obviously, she didn't show anything. Thank the Lord. She didn't show it. She didn't show anything, but it was very suggestive, and you knew there was no clothes at all, and that created her to have flack on social media. Not only on social media, but it's gone to the fact of where now FAMU is withholding her from what we're saying. That's what they're saying is that they're holding their diploma from her to even graduate.
Yeah. She has a whole investigation and everything going and all that stuff. What did she go for? Law or something like that?
I think it was. I think what's up.
Well, I hope it's not law because she's honestly stupid as fuck.
I don't think it's law.
I hope it's not. I don't know what she went there for.
Yeah.
But
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, no. But
like nobody saw her like do this and just be like, "What are you doing?" Like nobody saw her.
It's one of those things where like you go with like a trench coat on and like just wait for nobody to be around. Because
like
throw a snake around you.
That's a big campus.
Well,
ain't nobody walking around late at night.
It was not at night. That's what I was thinking. I was like, did nobody walk past and was like, damn.
Going to the library, nothing. Nobody saw nothing.
I don't know.
And then the photographer that took the photo.
Well, it was summertime when she dropped when the thing.
It don't matter.
I don't know. It might not be the people on FAMU's campus
Your
during that
own
time.
photographer was like, "Yeah, I'll take this pic." He wanted to see you burn. Had to. Or if he wasn't swinging that way, it had to be something against you.
Or the money was just good. He wouldn't get no flag from it.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, they don't
he
care.
or she. We don't know who did it.
Hey, he wanted that money. That's all. That's all that matters.
The money was talking. They said, "No, it's fine."
But no, she had an interview, right? And in the interview, because it's in an investigation and all that stuff,
right.
There's certain things she can't say that her lawyer was like, "Hey, you can't talk about this, whatever." So one of the questions was, "Did you take the picture on campus?" Right?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, I can't confirm or deny that because of my lawyer." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." Are you okay?
Yeah.
I told her this in the car.
And he was like, I can't confirm
flashback.
I can't confirm or deny that. And he was like, oh, okay. Was it a statue on campus? She's like, oh, yeah, it was. Bitch.
All right.
Did you not just...
All right. Did you not just...
You snitched on
and
yourself.
And it's the fact that like she's still posting on her Instagram and stuff like this is okay.
Oh, you
like,
just went on her Instagram?
Yes, sure did.
She just said, like, not just said, but she said in the thing, she doesn't think she did anything wrong whatsoever. No.
She said it was very empowering.
Right. That's what she was like. It's very empowering. It's black empowerment and body positivity and all that stuff.
No.
Yeah, and that's how she said it too. All that stuff. Like body positivity. All that stuff.
No. There's ways to go about this. Why did you think in your own friends didn't be like, because I know you sent to your friends like, hey, I like this. What y'all think about this? That's what women do. Ain't not one friend.
From that interview, it seemed like she had a good group of people around her.
Yeah. She doesn't sound like she hangs around the brightest people.
No, because by the way it was all smiles and giggles. And it was like, this don't seem too smiley if they trying to hold your degree from you.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they should. They should give it to her. Just as why the fuck did you think this was cool?
This is the thing where having that type of mindset goes too far. You can't scream. That's why it's important to...
Wait. Somebody said, no, this ain't, but congrats, though. You got a degree?
She doesn't even have it yet.
This ain't it, but congrats, though.
And you know what? Her lawyer should drop her, too.
That's similar to the... it's not as... Shit. I would have took it if it was at least, like, see-through or something like that. You had something that was more suggestive. I would have still gave it to you. Like, okay, that's that. That's a little risque, but you just went all out.
Yeah. Her lawyer should drop her. Because...
Somebody said, where's your daddy?
Non-existent.
These comments.
Nah, she said she got to stick beside it. This is a perfect time to hold yourself accountable in that situation. Recognize the situation was bad and say, oh, well, she did say, she was like, if I offended somebody, I didn't mean to offend anyone. It wasn't about it being offensive.
Yeah, it was weird.
And her bio literally says, Miss Venom, rapper, degree me, please.
I don't know about that one.
She's still trying to get it back, bro.
She's still trying to get there. Like, it's going, like,
She went on I think NBC News and ABC News like yesterday Yesterday.
Nobody's gonna be on your side on this one. I'm sorry. It's like even if somebody if they're screaming the body positivity and telling you, well, do what you do. They shouldn't do this.
You're still degreed.
You're not. You're still representing a professional establishment. You're still representing not only yourself, and that's something.
Like, how did she not get arrested? Because that, like you said in the car, that is public indecency. Mm-hmm. And you're on a college campus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's only public. it is public indecency, but she would only get arrested for it if somebody reported it.
Yeah.
If nobody reports it, then it's no different than what weird stuff people do in public.
I'm glad you're degreed. another black, person would agree. That's great. But I'm sorry, that to me just could not have made any sense whatsoever. And then you put your body, okay, great, body positivity, hey, you're great. But you just put your body out there
in the wrong context.
I mean, that's not really a right context.
At this point, at this point, she's just making OnlyFans.
That's
because that degree is not going nowhere.
Because if companies know who you are,
and she has it pinned on her Instagram. You have it pinned.
Because the thing too is if they deny her degree, she did all of that school for no reason,
and you paid for it.
Yeah, because it's her master's, right?
Yeah.
So all of that money, she still has to owe all of that, but she pretty much did it for nothing now.
At this point, you're doing it for your ego. At this point, you're not quitting and actually admitting to the fact that hey,
that was wrong.
I fucked up.
And I'm all for people standing strong on their convictions when it's something that is actually right. Mm-hmm. But this is not right. Mm-hmm. It's really, really stupid.
Yeah, if you took this picture, took the grad cap off, in a whole different situation, if you just did a photo shoot and that nobody would question it. It wouldn't have blown up as big as it did. It might have blown up for obvious reasons of it being suggestive material and then people being nasty. So that it would have blown up on that end, but you wouldn't have got as much flack. You could have done this. You could have done this as a separate photo shoot and took regular photos for your graduation and then did that separate.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only problem is just that it's on campus. Mm-hmm. You could have done all that shit, and also, even if I was gonna do anything like that, I wouldn't do it when I'm trying to get my diploma. I wouldn't do it after.
True. She also said that the school. She also said the school should replace the statue with her.
Yeah, and I was
what?
I was like, you're just digging yourself a deeper hole. The thing is, the only way this is gonna turn out in a good way for this girl is if she decides to OnlyFans. That's literally the only way I can see it. That's
the only way you're gonna get any. Hey, that's gonna help you pay for your diploma that you. Yeah,
you might as well capitalize on that situation. And
there's no telling how long that hold's gonna be either.
Yeah, because it's still ongoing. They haven't decided yet, so. And stuff like that can take a long time.
And that's why she's still posting. Somebody said if she posts, because she's been doing episodes about this since it happened, and somebody was like, if she posts an episode 6, she's definitely not getting that degree.
That's why I said her lawyer should drop her, because she's undermining everything her lawyer tells her to do. So that's not a client that you want. But the lawyer's still
getting paid, though. Mm-hmm. The lawyer's still getting paid.
Sometimes they do, but also, even if they're still undermining your stuff, you don't get paid enough if you lose.
That is true. That's a worthless
if case. She's messing her stuff up and makes them lose, then they kind of did that for no reason also. Mm.
Oh, well, they're definitely losing now. I mean, there's just no...
This is it's a perfect example of why it's important to represent yourself a certain way, because a lot of people nowadays it's cool. We want you to celebrate yourself. We want you to celebrate your body. Nobody cares. Honestly, the whole body positivity thing is coming from people who are negative towards those things. If somebody's calling you ugly off the strength that they don't love themselves in the situation. But when you're using it to promote you doing something that's obviously inappropriate for working conditions, you can't scream that. You can't put that out there as a safe haven.
A lot of body positivity stuff came from fat people and saying that it's okay to be fat and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I guess, but not if you're unhealthy or whatever. But
which that's the majority of the time.
Well, yeah, but that's why people kind of did that sort of thing, because they didn't want people telling them to be healthy, you know. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people kind of just like take that as, well, this is body positivity. That's not really what it was for.
No.
You know.
It was for to let you know that you should still love yourself, regardless of any of those things. If you hate yourself, that's weird. Like then, like we're telling you to be positive about yourself.
Yeah, and even because like I don't even think body positivity is like the word to even use for it. Also, if you're talking about that sort of thing, like I don't think you should just like hate the way your body looks. It's more like just love who you are as a person and like fix your body to where you want it to be.
I say, yeah, I get that part. I think I would still put the body positivity label on it because of the people who are fit, like the individuals who are actually fit and deal with their own issues and have like body dysmorphia and stuff like that to actually look at yourself and get, because those are people who I would think who fit into that category as well. Like, yeah, it was originally kind of geared towards fat people, but then when you gear it towards fit people as well who make themselves throw up or take certain things because they can't deal with having an ounce of meat on them, or when they look in the mirror, all they see is the obese person versus when this dude got like 6-pack abs and like a rock hard chest, like look like a rock.
But that's not necessarily like, that's partially body positivity, but it's more so focusing on mental health than focusing on your body, because your body at that point, if you're healthy, your body is fine. What you need to focus on is your mental health and that part. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. So you think if it's
those
a
two
category,
things are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Also, like a lot of the people for like the body positivity shit, for some reason they don't like fit people. And also there's a dude, right? He was an obese guy.
Yeah.
And he worked out because I think his doctor said like he was gonna die or something like that. So he decided to work out, and he promotes people to work out and stuff like that. He's at a very healthy weight. He lost like 200 some pounds or whatever. Yeah, they called him a traitor. all these people called him a traitor. He's like, you're an ex-fat person, you're a traitor, and you gave up on us and all this other weird shit. So it's a whole weird thing when you get into like that sort of stuff.
I just think it's a low key dangerous term to kind of throw around in those situations, because then it tries to put ammo on something when you don't really probably support it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one of those like terms that you can use for like anything to try to justify it or whatever. It's that's why a lot of people don't really fuck with it, because for some people they promote for people to be obese versus like fix your health so you don't fucking die. Or you have like this chick where she was like, well, I exposed my body because of body positivity. Everybody should be okay with it. So
and it's like, nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, it's a whole slew of different things.
It don't work like that. It's like if I'm trying to hire you for my job, it's kind of like the whole because if she does, that's dipping into the category of you low-key being a suggestive artist. Like you could be on the tip of the end
Don't knock yourself out, man.
Like being on the suggestive end of being on the spectrum of like OnlyFans girls, or being like a model, like a porn star model, or actually doing porn yourself in that situation.
I just hope that it gets better for her. Because
if she keeps on going down this road.
I don't.
If she keeps on going down that road, I want her to if she's gonna change it around, she needs to change it around in of understanding. Like, hey, I get this. I understand that I shouldn't have done
just
this.
Get your degree, girl.
I'm taking care of this. Take your L.
Take some time off. Don't say nothing else.
See, I would want things to go better for her if like she understood like in the very beginning, but like she doubled down on it. So at this point, I'm just like, I just hope everything happens to you that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, but the amount of double down that you're doing, you're just gonna create. It's still gonna be it.
Because like at this point, it also just seems like she's trolling people. Like it's not like I don't understand what I did is wrong. I feel like she understands what she did is wrong. She just doesn't care.
Yeah, the way she's posting on social media, she definitely don't care. And I'm just like, if you end up having kids in the future, this is gonna be there. Like,
hell, I fear for the children, because if you don't care about stuff like this, imagine what you don't care about in regular life.
Well,
That's true.
But
not like fully. I
don't fully think about it like that. Only because like that's also an argument you can say for somebody who has like an OnlyFans.
Yeah, true.
So or that does porn, like, what are your children going to think when
I'm just
they
talking
get to
about
that
like
point?
if you're like, let's say your kids decide to go to that school, like
Oh, you're
that's
the son of
gonna-
the naked bitch.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
never go.
like,
You can never
that's
go to
gonna be
FAMU. You gotta
like-
go somewhere else. Well, the only people that
man.
remember would be us, and we'll be old.
Yeah.
We'll be older
Well,
than.
unless,
But
they,
you know,
unless
I
they
would-
end up putting their statue up there, then you got to go there as a kid.
That'd be wild.
I don't know. I mean, things that happened like years ago just pop up randomly now. So
Oh yeah, most
it
of
could pop up with her kids.
Because even if like her kids went and we're all old and everything, that's the same argument with like, you know, if a person does OnlyFans for a few years and then like stops,
Yeah.
and then has a kid, that stuff's still gonna get found
It's
randomly. And now
Bro,
your
that's
kid
crazy.
is
Those
traumatized.
kids some of these kids are starting to like get up now because it's not. It doesn't just range. At first, it was like, you know, OnlyFans is kind of catered towards like our generation, like we're younger people. Everybody want to see young bodies and stuff like that. Now you got old folks on there. You got middle. You got was it the that comedian, the old black chick, Linnell? She's on OnlyFans. I'm about to show you a picture of this.
That is, I saw that and I was just like, hey,
Does she
get your
actually
coins.
do anything on OnlyFans, or is it like?
You have to like it's like
'Cause
you know,
you gotta-
OnlyFans, you
some-
gotta pay for it to see it.
Well, yeah, I know, but like you can still know what people do on there.
She was
like,
serious.
what's his name?
This actress.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm
No,
dead.
she literally announced it. She's like, yeah, I got OnlyFans.
That's fucking crazy.
So serious.
Yeah, bro. Like literally,
you
she
know-
like.
Get your OnlyFans.
But
It's
like,
up there.
you know, like A Boogie, right? Like he has an OnlyFans, but his OnlyFans is purely just to promote his music that hasn't come out yet. So
Yeah,
like,
I
if
see
you
what
want
you're
to hear
saying.
it, if you want to hear it before
No,
it
she's
comes
definitely
out,
doing OnlyFans.
that's crazy. We got to start an OnlyFans.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my God, Derek, don't even say that because we're gonna have another conversation when we get home. I'm not trying to hear it.
How much is she charging?
I don't even know. That's just an image.
By the way, I'm asking just because I'm curious. I'm not asking because I want to buy it.
you know,
It's
folks in there.
$4.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's no. The funny part is the picture that
do
was
I
up.
have
Let me
$4?
This picture right here, the picture of her backside of her ass in the corner. People going crazy over that, boy. They were like, "What the fuck?" They said she look good.
Well, it's $4.99, so let me just see if I have the $5 for it.
You just carry a couple dollars over
Carry a
to us,
couple ones.
carry a couple ones.
Do a little quick little
But
transfer.
that kind of makes sense with her though. She's always been kind of like sexually like open. The way she like talks and like her comedy specials and stuff. Like
I don't watch her. I just know who she is.
Yeah, I've seen her. Anytime I've seen her like on
She's
like
very
on the
vulgar.
show, she's very always vulgar.
very.
She's like basically like the lady who played Stifler's mom. Remember from American Pie?
Oh,
The MILF?
Oh,
Yeah, that's her. That's basically like the black MILF. Yeah,
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I never watched American Pie.
you never seen American
I
Pie?
wasn't allowed.
And you want to talk about me?
And you want to talk
Right.
First of all, these are black movies that you should see.
all the
You
movies.
should have seen them.
The crazy part
But
is
American Pie?
American Pie is rated R. Half the movies that are black classics are rated R.
Yeah.
I could not see those growing up.
I tried to watch it because that's when like it was my dad. We were at my dad's girlfriend's house, and it's obviously a full white house, Caucasian everywhere. No, I couldn't watch it. They sent me upstairs, but everybody else got to watch it. But when a
American
black
Pie.
movie came on, I was watching that movie.
American Pie is an American classic.
I knew it was the reason I didn't see Don't Be a Menace. Because I seen that movie later on and I was like, there is so much aggression in this movie. So much gun
I've seen that
violence.
movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But I was like, wow, if I
So,
seen this as a
the
child, I
movie
would
that-
definitely be shooting somebody right now.
The movie that you're talking about, is it like violent or anything?
What movie?
What was the movie that she was talking about in the other episode?
Dream Girls?
Dream,
Yeah.
No, Dream
No,
Girl.
that's
No,
Then
not
that's
violent at
then that's
all.
the
It has
reason I've
Beyonce
never
in
seen it.
And they're all singing.
Any like that's
singing movie.
It's, fuck no, I'm not seeing it.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
It's not a
look.
musical. It's not a musical.
I don't care.
Well, technically,
It's like old school. Isn't it based off a true story? Because
Yeah.
Dreamgirls are real.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's based off the old, like the original Dreamgirls. And who was in that? It was do you know the history?
I forgot their names, but it's always the lady that plays in Abbott.
Yeah, the lady who
And
plays in
then,
Abbott was one of the Dreamgirls, didn't it?
The one that is late, I forgot her name, but it's the lady that always is somebody's dying grandma or dying mom.
That's a crazy thing.
Every black
When
movie
he
is always
brings
a
it up,
grandma.
you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay. But
It's
no,
getting hot in here. Does anybody else feel good? This heat is hitting.
I was
me.
hot when I was
Feel
laughing,
good.
but like I've cooled
Jeez.
down now. But no, I mean like most movies, like if it's something like that, I've never seen it just because it's not the kind of movie that I would
Okay,
watch.
the original cast of Broadway's Dreamgirls. They were Jennifer Holliday as Effie White, Cheryl Lee Ralph as
You're gonna
Diva.
have to show me what they look like.
Right, he's just
With you
really-
saying,
I was dropping the information on them so they can.
I'm sure they've seen
They're
it.
probably seen it.
Yeah, maybe. Unless they're young, or like me. Who knows?
You're not gonna know them when you see them, but these were the Dreamgirls.
I'm talking about for the
You
movie.
can-
Oh, the movie. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, you had Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Jamie Foxx was in there. Eddie Murphy was in there. I forgot the other people's names, but I mean, it was a good movie.
You know, I can never hear somebody normally say Eddie Murphy's name without thinking of the skit from.
You talking about?
You've never seen the skit for Dave Chappelle when he was telling the story about Eddie Murphy.
No, I may have seen it. I don't remember. Every time I think of Dave Chappelle and old skits, I think of "fuck your couch, nigga, fuck your couch."
That's a part of that.
That was a part of the same. No, because it was the
No, that was
that was
the
with
part
his brother Charlie Murphy.
Yeah,
He's
I feel like I've seen this before. Oh damn it!
You probably have
every
seen
bus
it, but
ride,
like
every
just-
long bus ride I had in field trips back in elementary school, they played Dreamgirls for some reason. Because every majority of the girls on my bus, they were louder than everybody else, and they were like, "What y'all want to watch?" And they were like, "Dreamgirls." And I was like, "I don't want to watch this."
Oh, I have seen this before. I didn't like it. Here you go.
I didn't like it either. It was good songs on there because everybody could sing, and I was like, but I couldn't appreciate it at a young age. Didn't care.
She was like, okay.
But yeah. So we got trailed off a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, we got super
We got trailed off a
sidetracked.
little bit. But no, back to I was gonna ask y'all a question regarding not it's kind of like on the lines of the FAMU girl situation. But what do you think is the why do you think it's so important for representation when it comes to putting yourself out there? Like whether it be social media, whether it be like out in public, because a lot of people nowadays are we're big on being like, I want to be an individual, I want to do this, I want to be out here like this, I want to express me, but then expressing you can have some type of backlash when it comes to situations like that. Like what are y'all takes when it comes to if a person wanted to be on that same wavelength?
You can represent yourself however you want to do it, but at the end of the day, you have to understand like
People are
what kind of
watching
job you're trying to get. Because like you might be able to represent yourself however crazy way you want to do it. That's cool. But if you're working at like a corporation or something like that, where like that stuff isn't important, then you can't do that. But if you're like doing like if you have like a big social media presence and that's all you do is social media, express yourself however you want to express yourself because that's what you get money off of. Express yourself the way that you'll get money and able to live, basically. That's what I think about it.
I just say whatever works for you, but like you said, if you're going for a job, it's important that culture is still important to uphold that because I don't know that I have really 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 strong mixed feelings about this entire situation.
Why do you feel? Why do you feel so? What like what you're battling with right now?
I just don't agree with her. Like she comes off as the person that is just doing this for social media. She's clout chaser. She wants all these things happening. Da 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 da, whatever. But I just feel like Jesus. People do not think nowadays. People do not think. They do not think. They don't care anymore.
So what would have been a positive way for her? Mainly to just shut up and just like don't say nothing about the situation.
Apologize, because for one, this just shows you don't think, and shows that you don't really have any common sense. Because for one, my guy, you literally just paid a bunch of freaking money for your masters. and you just thought, well, let's just put this booty pic on here real quick, and everything will be fine. No, you literally went to school for a master's for a reason. I want to know what she got her master's in, if you could look that up. But there was a reason and a purpose of why you did that. To set yourself up, to set your life up for better things to come, to have a lot of money and all these things, to set your life up for good. You just destroyed that with one post.
Clout is a hell of a drug.
One post. Yep. And it's funny because she's trying to capitalize off of this situation, but in the worst way possible.
She had a 3.8 GPA.
You still put
she
yourself.
She was doing
good. Why did you think? Like, you just, okay, we're talking about representation, right? Yeah. You just destroyed your own image. Mm-hmm. You did. Not only did you destroy it, but you altered it in a way that I'm pretty sure she might be, okay, on the outside, this is like, okay, this is great. But on the inside, you are thinking about this decision very hard. You can't tell me that you're not.
I mean, I really don't think she is. And the only reason I say that is because, like I said, clout is a hell of a drug, right? Mm-hmm. Like, in where we live today, people will let somebody in front of them die just to post it.
The crazy part is she said if I'm going down, 3 professors going down with me. So she trying to
But what is that? What does that mean? So 3 professors told you to post these photos?
Or 3 professors were the reason that she was able to get through.
But still, none of that makes sense. 3 professors with a photo of you showing your ass in front of a monument for that school. How does that make sense together?
So this is what it was. She recently graduated at a historically black school, FAMU, 3.8 GPA, $1,000 in scholarships. Williams states she now has her master's degree in counselor education and will be joining the 2% of black therapists.
So we got another black therapist that's going to get fired.
Yes. Gotcha. That's exactly what that is. And then not only that, but you pinned it. You pinned that specific post. I can never say that word. Specific. Whatever. You pinned it. Wow. Pinned it.
Because it's no different than the one chick, that got fired and stuff like that. Like, because
one therapist chick.
Yeah, because she was twerking and doing all this other stuff and talking shit about people and needing therapy and all these things, and then she got fired and all that stuff. And she could have really been a lot smart. Well, actually, she wasn't. She wasn't mentally stable either, because she was talking about how she was suicidal and she was depressed and all these other things after.
It doesn't really sound appealing if you want from your therapist. Like, it's good to know that your therapist or a person is a real person, but when you're still showing signs of instability.
Well, that could happen due to how many patients you see and how many stories you hear.
That is true.
Because you could go to sleep and have nightmares of the patients that you just saw for that day.
But she said that she was like that before she ever did it.
Oh, well, see, then that's the institution's fault for giving her degree.
Because
they need to be qualifying these folks.
Because they're supposed to test out of that.
Even if I went to therapy, right? Mm-hmm. If my therapist was like, "Oh yeah, no, I've had depression and suicidal thoughts and all this stuff," like, "Oh, okay, whatever," and then yeah, I still have them every single day. I'm not going to you anymore.
That's a problem. So that means she needed to be fired.
You might look at me and I'll be like, I'm just
having a hard time. I'm not telling you should do it, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it.
She's like, look, I'm going to write you a prescription. Just know that when you take this, it'll be real smooth. Huh?
I'm going to write down something and I'm going to pass it to you and you let me know how you feel, but only by looking at me.
I'm going to give you a dosage.
No, when you
higher?
Is this much?
No, when you leave that day, she's like, it's been a really good time talking to you. Sorry, I'm never going to talk to you again. Say?
I needed this.
I needed this.
You talk, no, bro. I'll be tripping if you talking to your therapist and they sitting there, and then she looks at you and he looks at you after you finish telling you how bad your life is, and they looking at her just like, I needed this.
My life struggle is what you needed right now. Like, dang.
I appreciated this. Thank you. Thank you for what? For telling me how bad your life is. Now I don't have to take myself out.
I just feel like she just set herself up for failure.
She's just no. It's like, thank you for telling me how bad your life is, so I know I'm better than you. I know I'm doing better than you, so there's nothing for me to be sad about.
I mean, and the crazy part is that trails back to the representation part, because if you're not, it's harder for you to actually sit here and feel proud. Actually sit here and feel proud of your situation.
You cannot feel proud of this. And she,
it's
like,
delusion. It's delusion.
she's in shock.
Not even just on her end, because that is a bigger thing of showing these are the next people that are about to be running the next generation.
That's scary.
These are people that are going to be being therapists or counselors or teachers or
I don't want her to be no
police officers
counselor.
or influencers for the next. We already got stupid people on the mic. Now we got stupid people behind.
Like, why would you do that?
Behind the pencil, behind the notepad, telling you about yourself.
Well, I mean, she's running with it so much because
she ain't got no choice.
Well, I mean, she does have a choice, but the positive people that are reacting to it and stuff like that, like, you pay attention to that more than you pay attention to all the negative backlash from it.
People telling you, "Go on, girl, do your thing. Don't let them."
You're degreed.
You're degreed. You strong black woman.
No, you're not.
You like free to. You know what? Do what you want, girl. I support it, but you wouldn't.
Yeah,
you come in all day that you support this person, but you.
Because what if it was somebody else that did it on the same campus and everything? Mm-hmm. I wonder, would she be the one that would be like, yes, girl, do you? Or would she, trying to be a counselor, would she be like us and, no, this makes no sense. No, you should not have done that. What side would that girl be on?
You can't even promote mental wellness, because what you're doing doesn't seem like
mentally stable.
It doesn't seem stable at all.
Well, taking the picture, you can argue that part. Yeah. But her being so delusional and doubling down on it and all the things that she said after that just sounds mentally inept.
It's just another part of the culture that's failed her. It's a part of the culture that's the yes man culture that we live into, where we can't tell people that you shouldn't do that. You might not do that. But
the photographer should have told her no, or at least let's go pick a different location, not in front of the actual statue. Probably saw the bag.
Everybody else probably turned it down, and he was the only one, or she was the only one that was like, you know what? Money's money.
This is a great idea. Very creative.
I think too, like, even if she did do it on campus, it probably wouldn't have been as bad if she didn't do it in front of the statue.
I could see that. It probably wouldn't, but that didn't happen. You did it in front of the statue.
Well, yeah.
With the name.
You did it right in front of the place where
you search, like, I went on Google and literally just searched up FAMU and she popped up.
Yeah.
That's a flex for her right now. That's a flex that she typed into the school, and that's why it's such a big thing, because
she posted, now, "Mama, I'm on the news."
Yeah, right now we live in a culture where, like, you can become famous for doing stupid or wrong things, and that just fuels more people to do dumber things because we promote it so much for no reason, versus people who have, like, actual talent or anything like that getting promoted for their things.
Yeah, it ain't gonna last. The thing is, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last long. But it
will last long only because the more
traction it picks up.
Well, I'm talking about, like, with people doing how they are now, it's gonna go on further because all of the people that have a problem with it, well, we're getting older, but all the people that fuck with it are, coming up. So it's just one of those things where it's gonna keep.
Because you might have people that are still in high school looking at it like, wow,
this is so cool.
Wow, that's very inspiring.
Let me do that in front of my school, and that's just weird.
And if my sister did anything like that, oh my god,
Hell, if anybody around me, I knew person did this shit, I'd be like, what
around her neck. And just strangle her. Just end it right there.
Just jail.
Just end it. It's fine.
It's cool.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Catch a case. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's called discipline.
It's which there is the lack thereof.
True. Yeah.
I don't know.
Too many people are trying to be friends with their kids versus be parents to their kids.
Nobody wants to. Derek, don't open that up.
You gonna open up?
Don't open that up.
Open them up. Fuck it.
I don't care.
Because we can get into it. We definitely get into it. If we have time
for it, I don't care.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
We got good. Yeah, we got good.
Let's go ahead.
10, 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
That makes absolutely no sense with this generation and this generation of parents. And what you said, it is the accepting. It is the saying yes all the time. Because this set of people don't have values. They don't have standards. They don't have goals. They don't have anything.
No, they do have goals and standards, but their goals and standards aren't what we think they should be. What they probably should be.
I'm still going to stand beside. They don't have anything.
Their standards are extremely low. That's what it is.
Their standards are to be famous. Their goals are to be famous, not be.
Well, we're talking about parents, not
Yeah, I'm
the
talking
kids.
about parents.
I was talking about the kids they were raising.
No, I wasn't talking about them yet.
Oh,
we're not getting to them.
Oh yeah, they're. No, I agree with that. Never mind.
I just really think it's like, I wouldn't necessarily call it an identity crisis with parents that are like that, but I
think it is. I think it's one of those things where it's
so
like...
you would label it that? Because I wanted to label it that, but I just,
Well, I also think it's one of those things where it's like you grew up very unimpressive and a lame ass, and then you had a child, and your child is lame as fuck too. But you're just like, hey, you can do whatever you want to do because I was never able to do it because I suck.
So I want you to be able to do it.
And so, like, all these people are living vicariously through their children versus actually parenting their kids. Because you have so many people now, they look for TV and YouTube and all of these things to parent their kids for instead of them doing it themselves.
Beforehand was books. They were using, they had all the parenting books and everything to learn how to do it.
Yeah, well then now even if you parent your child, you get shamed, you get canceled, you get like all these different
jumped.
Yeah.
all these things.
Because like, all of these weird things that they promote, like it's making it very difficult for people who actually want to be parents to their kids be parents. Because like even now, like if you misgender your kid, like they can take your kid away from you because they say it's child
have
abuse.
a lot more rights nowadays too, which is
a lot of rights,
which is a good thing, but it's a flip of the coin.
It's really not that good of a thing
not.
because like kids are kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, kids are.
So like they don't really need a whole bunch of rights yet. Like they damn near have more rights than adults.
I'm talking about rights as in like where it's easier for them to understand, like if a child was being abused and they're able to speak out on it and they can actually like.
You're talking about the more logical rights?
Yeah, I said there is good to them having more rights compared to what they used to have.
I was thinking
I know
legal rights. Yeah. But I understand what you mean.
Yeah, on that end. But yeah,
well, that's not necessarily rights. I mean, that's probably like they have more knowledge. They're more knowledgeable on that sort of thing. Not necessarily rights.
Yeah, more knowledgeable.
Yeah. But, now it's so many weird little things and all of these other people want to teach your kid versus you teaching your kid. Yeah. So that's where a lot of that stuff comes into play.
We used to hear it always starts at the home. I don't hear that. I don't hear that
either. And then I'm not gonna lie, that whole letting the child do whatever they want, it was portrayed as more of a white household thing. But now it's like accelerated to like every damn household that you see. Not everyone, but majority of the population
is taking it.
It's taking it.
Yeah. I mean,
but
the other thing too is like I've always been able to do pretty much whatever I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Same as you.
But out of reason, correct?
No.
I couldn't do it.
You could not everything, but I could do more than you could.
Yeah.
But that's because I knew right from wrong. And like a lot of but a lot of these parents, they skip the teaching of right and wrong, and then they just skip to you can do whatever you want.
And then once you teach
but once you teach your kid right from wrong, and you understand they know right from wrong,
then it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, you can
release the chain a little bit. You're like, all right, you can do a little bit more.
Right, but now they have the leash with their kid, and then they just let it go, and then their kid just goes and does.
These are the same people who. I can't take an opinion from a person who already got their kid on the leash. That's like if you already don't want to deal with the kid already.
What?
Like the kids that you go outside.
Shaking.
Yeah, the train was shaking. Threw me off. But people who they go out in public and then they have the kid with the backpack and the leash.
Yeah.
I already don't trust you as a person if you already have to do that with your child because you can't.
I trust them.
I trust them.
I trust them. The reason that
they know their kid.
Yes. The reason I say that I trust you, one, your kid is fucking just gonna get into shit.
Very hyper.
Yeah, and you're taking responsibility versus just letting your kid go do whatever they want.
I think it's just my personal way.
You just might not like the way it looks.
No, it looks horrible. And then half the time I see the people with that on there, they look very annoyed of their kids.
That's because they know their kid is annoying.
That's tying into the part about the girl that was cussing out the black girl from I can't remember what college it was, but how her dad just paid $10,000 just to get her out of jail.
Oh, you talking
That's
about
your
the,
child doing whatever that they want, not
Yeah.
knowing right from wrong, whether it's a racist thing or not. And now you're having to deal with it.
It's
How
because
do you feel?
it's because of the fear. Like we talking about with parenting, and then like we don't hear to start from the household type of stuff. It starts with your parenting, and then in today's society, they don't equip these parents. They equip them more with fear, letting them know you can't do that to your kid. You can't say this to your kid. You can't say that to your kid. Then it's like, what do I say to my kid? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Let the
But
school.
if you don't say
'cause-
nothing,
If you don't
then
say
it's a
nothing,
problem.
then it's still your fault. If
Because
it come out bad.
it started too with like, okay, well, you can't beat your kid, right?
Yeah.
Or you can't whoop your child. And they're like, okay, well, I guess I can't do that. And then they're just like, okay, well, I'll just talk to them in a very stern way. Well, you can't do that either. You
Yeah.
also can't yell at your kid. You can't do any of that. Okay, so
You can't take away
can
their
I-
choices and their opinions.
right. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll just put them in a corner. You can't do that either.
Nah.
And you're just like, okay, so
You
don't
can't take, you
shutting
can't
them
take
in
away,
a
can't take
corner.
away their
and
things.
then
It's
they're
still
like, don't discipline your kid. You're like, yeah, pretty much. Let me teach your child how to be a child.
here, give him this iPad and I'll teach him.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.
That's where we still are, and it's a scary thing because
It's a horrible thing.
it's like, are these kids like, what are the kids gonna grow up and be like? What are the Fortnite generation is gonna what is this generation is about to become? The Roblox and Fortnite generation.
Well, like I said, like any leaders within a civilization, right? In order to make people think whatever you want to think, you go by the children first. So you take the kids, and then you make them formulate whatever opinion you want them to form, because those are going to be the next people in power, and they'll continue that cycle. You don't focus on the older people necessarily. You might get a few,
Yeah,
but
not
you don't really
anymore.
focus on the older people because they're going to die out. So you go after the children and you mold them in whatever way you want, because kids are stupid and you mold them in all these sorts of ways.
I'm just scared what this world is gonna evolve into the next 5 to 10 years.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of fighting.
Probably.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people of our generation dealing with.
I feel like they're gonna have weird segregations.
I feel like it's
Like not like white and black segregation, just like segregation between just different groups.
It's gonna be like only non-binaries can
cliques.
be over here. They're like only non-binaries over here. All the
Can't sit with us.
all you straights,
Yeah, because
you
there's
pieces of shit.
Because there's like a whole like block in some city where it's just all gay people live over there. Like they have like the crossroads or like rainbows and stuff like that, and it's like only gay people live over there, pretty much.
It's a very happy time.
I want to visit there just to see what it looks like.
Just to see what it looks like.
Just see what it looks like.
And I saw a video where somebody had a sign and it said no straights allowed or something like that. Obviously, that's not like the whole area, but
Like,
it's just,
alright.
I honestly feel like they did it as a joke, hopefully, but I don't know.
It gets to the point where you clutch your bag a little bit when you see somebody see a dude walk out with a purse and you look at him, he looks at you, you clutch yours.
No, it's one of those
You're like,
things
hey.
where it's like you walk into the wrong hood and they're like, "You straight, huh?
Huh?
Do you like
Do you like mans?
man butt? No. Get him."
Get him. Convert him.
You just come home and you just like don't know how to tell the story of you getting beat up for the
Sitting
day.
there tears in your eyes.
I got beat up for being straight. What? I don't know. I was confused.
That's basically what it's leading to now. Like when it comes to having a opinion now and on anything in that fashion. Like if you have an opinion, like of course we know some opinions are dumb opinions, but then you're actually sitting here saying like, hey, you're acting a little mean on this. You're like, well, the patriarchy.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I got yelled at for
definitely-
liking the color blue.
It's definitely one of those.
I thought you were being for real. I was like, wait. I was like, wow.
It's one of those things where now they're giving more power to the minority of people versus like, well, the minority of people think this way because it's always been the saying of like the minority is not like the rule pretty much. What is the majority is typically what is correct, and it's like switched now.
People are scared of not only getting attacked physically, but more so electronically.
Yeah, I'm not, but
Yeah.
like you can do whatever you want to me. I don't care.
It is what it is. It's fine.
I would just stare at it.
But that's also because like whoever gets mad at me over the internet, I hope you know, I will troll you. I will make you even more mad just because I don't care.
I just don't think that they realize that the internet and all the stuff the power that you feel that is already there that you see is not what you see day to day. What you see on a day to day basis is not something.
Well, it depends on where you live.
Yeah, it depends on where you live.
Because some of that stuff you do see every day.
Yeah, like you live in like California, maybe you might see that consistently.
Yeah. But if you, depending on what area you're in, you're not going to experience these things every day. And also the people that are mad at you. This is what I would say to anybody that experiences like any sort of like cyberbullying or whatever from people. Yeah. The majority of every person that sends you all of this hate and things like that, they will absolutely never say it to you in person. So there's no reason for you to be mad about it over the internet.
Yeah. Which is why in effect, if you can control yourself from not getting mad on that type of situation and see that has no repercussions, you understand that like you're caring way too deeply into this versus what you saw with the FAMU chick. That's blatant ignorance.
Yes.
That's blatant. What you choosing not to get offended over something is you taking the better way, taking the better route to realize that this is not as deep for me to make it into a thing.
Yeah. Versus like, and also people have to be able to admit when you're wrong. I know nobody wants to be wrong, but if you're doing something and you know it's wrong, just admit that it's wrong. Even if, because I would be more on her side if she admitted that what she did is stupid, but she's like, I just did it anyways because I wanted to do it.
I respect it.
I was like, okay, I can respect that. You did a stupid thing. What you did was stupid, but at least you admit it was stupid.
At least you had
versus being like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with what I did. I think you guys are the problem.
Like you. It's funny. You just come back. You look at yourself. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I was thinking too hard into this. Maybe you know what? It's fine. Get that girl her degree. Give it to her. She did everything right. she passed the class. Immediately, she did what she did.
Immediately, there's like, what you did is wrong. Uno reverse card. No, you. Damn. Wow. She got us. God. You know what? Make her the head of the school.
She just gets the high position.
Put the statue of her there.
Put the statue down. Let her know. Start preaching on it. Like, let them know. I'm like, look. She did what she did. But it's fine.
Everybody's all confused. It's like, look, she gave me the Uno reverse card. I didn't know what to do.
That's literally how she treated. That's literally how she treated. And then these are the same people who are taking influences. Not because she took the influence from another person, a person who probably has power to do something like that. You're not her.
Who did she get influence from?
No, I'm saying.
Or you just saying problem
in general. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because like you can take the same influence from somebody. You're like, hell, Kim Kardashian was the biggest influence at one point. Like, well, like she still is a big influence. But remember when she dropped the sex tape? She dropped that sex tape during that time. I'm pretty sure that triggered a lot of young women's mindset of like, you know what? I should probably drop one. And then I could get rich. And then the people that did get it, they did get it, but they realized the repercussions of that image. And the people who did put it out was like, damn, I might have lost my job. Because of this situation. I may have lost my position because I let someone else influence me who has a family in the background in order to go against these allegations. Go against this. Make it seem like it was an accident. Make it seem like it wasn't supposed to happen. But if you're just a regular individual and you think you have the power of millions of dollars behind you, and you don't have that, just like the old girl that Heavenly had brought up about the white chick that went off on the black girl that was calling her all types of racist stuff, and then she I
don't think I know what you're talking about.
It was at WKU. This young white girl. She was calling her a nigger, all that stuff. Yeah, calling her all types the hard
hitting her, all types of stuff.
Hitting the girl like she
was drunk.
She was a drunk girl, just being dumb, and then was just like doing this, and the other girl was just holding her off like wow. The other chick was just like recording her to catch the foolishness, and she was like, she didn't touch her at all. The girl got assaulted, got hit. She restrained her. She called all types of N-words and was like this and her. And she was like, all right, I hope you're seeing this because you're like, this is being posted. And she was like, it's fine. My dad makes a lot of money or something like that.
Yeah, that was in another video that had surfaced.
Yeah, it was a different video.
So she's had multiple occasions where she has literally talked down upon someone. And then what's crazy and funny is that they showed a picture of her house. And somebody said, this is what you were talking about? This is what you are really proud of?
It wasn't all that against.
It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't.
Was she saying that she had a nice house?
Yeah, they were like, if you're this rich, then why is your house this?
The first clip was of her beating on the black girl, hitting the black girl, and then saying racist remarks. And then the second video, they were trying to like you say, well, she was just drunk. It might have just been a drunk girl doing dumb stuff. And they were like,
somebody said, oh no, here's another video and another video.
Here's another clip of her in her element, and it was her talking to white dudes, and she was just like, my family has more money than yours. You're poor. You're broke. You're so and so. She's just talking her shit. And then I was like, and then she ended up going to jail for assault.
Hey, you know what? Her dad might be rich, but I mean, hey,
Yeah, her dad looked so depressed.
It's one of those things too, where like, no matter how rich I get, you know, my kid's not gonna be like that.
Hell no.
My kid's gonna have to learn how to struggle. I don't care.
You gotta learn a little something. You gotta learn a little. I ain't gonna make them struggle too much, but it's gonna be
nah.
There's food in that kitchen. You just gonna have to make
that's
it.
a different story. Yeah,
them shoes still got a little bit left in them.
Because I'm strong on I'm gonna give them what I didn't have. I'm always gonna be like that because that's how I believe you should be. But obviously, I'm gonna teach them like about credit. I'm gonna teach them about finance. I'm gonna teach them how to save. Teach them all these things because that's something that wasn't really taught to me. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna spoil you for sure because you're my child. Because I was spoiled. She looking at me like, she gonna be worse.
No.
She spoiled herself.
No. Once in a blue moon. I spoil myself.
I'm talking about you're spoiled now.
Yeah, from you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's your fault. No, I mean, I'm not really gonna spoil my kid apart from like the normal amount of spoiling your kid.
Kid gonna be swole. We're gonna be in the background lifting bricks. You be like, yeah, son.
This is hard work.
Yeah, fuck him up.
You're like, have you finished your 1,000-word essay? Yes, father.
Have you finished your training today? Yes, father.
Yes.
No, they're gonna say yes, sensei.
Yes, sensei. Boy.
You
go. That's how you go right now.
My kid's gonna be named Atreus.
Atreus.
Boy,
come here.
Bring me my sustenance.
Bring me my beer.
I was gonna say beer, but I don't like beer.
Bring me my special apple juice.
Nah, I'm not gonna call it special apple
with
juice.
the straw.
My kid is gonna know exactly what I'm drinking. I'm not gonna because like I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit to my kid. I'm really not.
As soon as the kid come out, you're working. Go whisper in his ear. Welcome.
I needed this.
You gotta hold the baby. You gotta take a picture with the baby. I needed this. That's gonna be the first dad picture I take when I have a kid. I needed this.
That's the fucking title of this fucking episode. I needed this.
Title of this episode. I needed this. Is there anything else you guys want to address? Is there anything else you guys need?
Oh, I was just moving the mic. I'm sorry.
She moved it up. She was like, all right, so
let me get into this.
Let me get into this. So I needed this. Sensational. All right, y'all. Well, hey, it's been the next installment of the Down with the Get Down podcast. We appreciate y'all coming through for another installment. What was that? Oh, I thought you were throwing up gunshots. I'm like, we don't do that.
We're not there yet.
just insert gunshots into the thing. But no, we appreciate y'all coming through. Rate us 5 stars on whatever listening platforms you guys have us on. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. If you guys have anything you want us to address in our comment, or if you have any things for us to react to, let us know. We can pop them up on the screen. We can watch it on our side time, and we can talk about it, discuss it, whatever you guys are into. And we appreciate y'all again.
Yep. If you're down with the Get Down, go ahead and subscribe.
All right.